new year, and things that I teach all of our inner circle one-to-one clients, helping them to just step in each and every day, each and every week, with better intention. Okay. And so first things first, before we even do this, I want you within this new year to start thinking about resolutions in a new way. Start thinking about more adding rather than subtracting. So instead of coming and saying, you know what, no alcohol on January 1st for the first month, or no sugar, right? Or anything that has anything to do with subtracting, because in the end, you're going to do much better with adding better intention, adding more health behaviors versus subtracting them. Okay. So let me kind of give you a little bit of insight with what that might look like for you as it pertains to overall health goals. So here's the first one. I like really promoting this too. So adding 2 to 3 more colors on your plate. So even if you're having 3 meals a day, putting it in your mind to say, you know what, I'm going to add another color based off of the colorful things that I have, or based off of what I have. Because what you're going to end up doing by default is you're going to increase your variety. And if you increase your variety, you're kind of throwing a bigger net out there for more micronutrients. You're throwing a bigger net out there for more vitamins and minerals. Those are obviously your micros. But by doing that, you're going to increase your fiber. You're going to increase your hydration, and a lot of things that are going to benefit your overall health. And if you, if you are trying to lose body fat, this is also going to increase the volume to which you eat. So therefore, you can start to eat a little bit less and get to a point where you are getting a body composition that you feel really good about, or at least on a path to do so. Okay. The next one that I wanted to share is this: adding a 15-minute walk daily. So again, we're not subtracting, we're adding things. So adding in a 15-minute walk is not only going to help you from a cognition standpoint, but getting out in the sunlight is also going to help your mood. And overall, the other thing that you're going to get is you're going to boost what's called your NEAT. Okay. So that acronym is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And a coach said this to me a long time ago. He's actually a member in here in this group, but he had said, abs are made the other 23 hours of the day. And it's absolutely true. So if you're only dedicating that 1 hour to exercise, but outside of that, you're completely sedentary, it's going to be hard for you to acquire a goal and to be consistent with that goal. So adding in just that 15-minute walk is going to really help, because what you're going to find is as you increase your endurance, as you increase just really enjoying it, that 15-minute walk is going to turn into 30 and then into 45. And so we're trying to make small implemental additions for bigger change. All right. The next one, add in a sleep curfew. Right? Because I think overall, the big thing that we're finding, especially for a lot of us that are working from home, it's really hard to shut down. And so adding yourself a nice little sleep curfew where you can possibly turn off all your screens. You can make sure that you read a good book, take a shower, scented oils. Like, I'm a huge lavender fan, straight up. So these are all things that you can do to try to get better sleep hygiene. And if you're getting better sleep hygiene, you're going to see a huge mood improvement. You're going to see productivity go skyrocketed. You're going to see a change in your body composition. You're going to see better recovery. There's just so much that has to do with sleep that's going to be beneficial. Next week we're gonna really dive into really just what modern times are giving right now is this COVID vaccination. Like, here's one way that you can help this vaccination, and a lot of that, you guys, is sleep hygiene. Okay, and so we're gonna go ahead and tackle that next week. But this is a really good area to focus in on. And this is probably part of my favorite. So adding pounds to your favorite lifts. So here's the thing. So if you are strength training, right? If you're doing any type of exercise, the one way that you know that things are working, whether it's your fitness regimen or your nutrition regimen, if you're starting to increase your strength, increase your endurance, increase your recovery time, this shows that what you're doing is working. Okay. So if you find yourself at a plateau, there's likely some details. And that's why, like me as an online coach and fitness coach, this is why I created a program like I have to help tackle all those pillars. So one of those pillars just might not be taken care of. So obviously we talked about the 2 to 3 colors with the nutrition. We talked about sleep hygiene. We talked about overall self-care, and then your non-exercise activity. So these are all pillars that are no pressure things that you can begin to think about your resolutions a bit differently. All right. And here's the last one. And honestly, it's my favorite one, because it's the thing that has always helped me to navigate away from all or nothing thinking. And it's something that all of our inner circle and one-to-one coaching members talk about, right? Because they do oftentimes get stuck in that all or nothing thinking, which also breeds this comparison syndrome. And so for me, what has also been really beneficial, and for our other inner circle members, has been really grounding themselves and like, okay, what's going right? What do I feel good about? because starting a gratitude journal or just writing down two things that you were grateful for keeps your brain in a place where it's creating pathways that you are navigating things that are going correctly. You are recounting your day and saying, like, you know what, these are the things that I feel good about. Because I've said this in lives before, if we were to personify that negative self-talk, it's very likely that we wouldn't be friends with that person. Let's just be straight up with one another, because that dude is an asshole. All right. So one way that we navigate against that is a little bit of empathy and a little bit of gratitude that is going to help propel you to a place where you are really, really seeing the benefit of staying on a path and continuing to go. Okay. So as we're talking about this, I just want to invite you to a couple of things. One, in the comment section, like, what's one thing that you can start to focus on today? Right. And if you don't know how to do it, that's why all of these videos really are trying to teach you about ways to navigate your health from a different perspective. So we're not doing any type of